Yo, what's up, guys? We are finally here with week one of the PMC. Um, First battle of the season. We are facing the Mesquite Mesprits and their coach Kyle, one of our D-League rivals from a couple months ago. We played him once and we lost 4 or something to his Mega Metagross, which he had in the D-League. But this is definitely a completely different battle because we have we have new drafts and my draft is more defensive than last time, so I think I can take on his draft a little bit better. Um, yeah, we definitely want to start the season with a win here, even though like Kyle is a very good player and very has a very threatening team. As you already can see, his first ones, Nidoking and Garchomp are big threats to my roster. I don't have Dragon Resist, so that's gonna be pretty tough, I guess. He also brought the Mega Pidgeot and the Mienshao, which can always be threats if I let certain stuff weaken, for example, my Reuniclus and my Rotom Wash. Um, I don't care too much about the Masquerain because of Meditto, and if he gets up his webs, so will I. So that's not a big deal for me. Um, I was surprised that he brings this Ferrothorn, sorry, um, because like my team deals with it pretty well, but it's definitely a solid wall to stuff like Reuniclus if I don't take HP Fire. It deals with the Rotom pretty well. Can deal with Thunderous if I don't pack the Focus Blast, which I do. But I was a little surprised to see Masquerain and Ferrothorn, so um, yeah, that's kind of surprising, but I'm happy to see them because I think I can deal with them pretty well. Um, my team is Ditto, Rhyperior, Rotom Wash, Reuniclus, Thunderous, and Hydreigon. If you want to know my team, go check out my team builder. It will be down below in the description. Definitely put a lot of thought into it, and I think I can handle this team pretty well. Besides the Garchomp, which I just have no switching for on my team. So whenever this thing hits the field and it's not a tank jump, it will get a kill. So and Kyle definitely knows that. So he probably will bring an offensive Garchomp versus me. So because I don't want webs up on my side and because I want to scout for sets, I decide to lead off with my Ditto here, like, just to make sure that I know what kind of stuff he brings and yeah, just scout for his moves, scout what he wants to do. As he leads off with his Mienshao here, which I imposter turn 1. Mm, This Mienshao packs the um, bounce, U-turn, high jump kick, and something else. I don't think it packs the knockoff. I think it packs the rock slide or something, or stone edge. I U-turn out because I think it's Scarf, but he won't do anything else but U-turn, so I'm not in too bad of a position here. I go into my Rhyperior, which takes the U-turn really well, so that's a good prediction on my part because I was pretty sure it wouldn't go for the high jump kick turn 1 and like risk a miss or risk a speed type or go for the high jumping and stuff. He just wants to U-turn out of here just like I do. He sends out his Nidoking, which is a pretty big threat to my team, but I packed the Reuniclus here in the back, which is an assault vest variant this week because it can take like 2 sludge waves easily from the Nidoking, so I'm not too concerned about it. He decides to go for an Ice Beam, which doesn't do anything versus me, and I think I just go for the safe play and fire off the Psychic. The battle has happened like 2 weeks ago already, so um, I don't know exactly what I did every turn, but I try to like remember as good as I can. So he sends out his Garchomp, which takes a hefty chunk from the Psychic because I'm modest and almost max attack, max special attack, I think. But because he sends it out and it looks to be offensive, um, I have no choice but to sack a mon here basically. I send on my Rotom because it can take Dragon Claws and Earthquakes, but not an outrage. And this is definitely Adamant and probably Bandit. It could be like Muscle Band or Dragon Fang. I wasn't sure, and that will come in like will be a problem later in the game because I make some misplays playing around there. So yeah, I decided to save my Rotom because it kind of deals with the Ferrothorn. It can burn it and stuff, and like can deal with the Mega Pidgeot, so I decided to go into my Rhyperior, and by the look of this here, this outrage does so much damage, like a clean 60%, and now I'm pretty sure it's Bandit, but I'm still not 100% sure because Dragon Fang and Bandit calcs can be kinda similar, so especially if it's like Jolly Band or Adamant, Dragon Fang or something like that. So I decided to get up my rocks here. I contemplated going for the rock blast, but that would be a pretty dumb play because I can't allow this thing to like this Garchomp to knock me out and shit. So he makes a good play and brings out his Mega Pidgeot, and because he brought it out on my Rapira, I know that this thing has the HP Grass. I should have gone into my Reuniclus here to be honest, but I decided to go into my Rotom and just sack it, which wasn't the best play, but is what it is. So yeah, he sends out his, he goes for the HP Grass here, which I was 100% sure it has. Rapira could have taken it if I was like 60%, because it's like 55 to 63 or something, but not at the range I'm at. And Rapira can still be pretty helpful versus stuff like the choice locked Mienshao. So as you can see, I go into my Thunderous Eye here and I make a pretty aggressive play and double out into my Reuniclus because I don't expect him to sack his Pidgeot right now. And this double actually comes in pretty handy for me because he goes for Tailwind, and a banded Chomp on under Tailwind can just sweep me from there, even though like a lot of mons are at max HP on my team. So I got kinda lucky there. He goes for the Hurricane on the next turn and burns the turn of Tailwind, which is very good for me. I go for a Psychic and even get a special defense drop. He goes for a Hurricane again, so now there's two um, two turns of Tailwind's gone, so that's pretty nice for me. My green is kind of low, but I have the regenerator and can get up. Can get damage back. I was surprised he didn't go into his Garchomp here because Garchomp can just get one or two other kills here under Tailwind. But he goes for the goes into Mienshao and decides to go for the U-turn as I again switch out into my Rapira to take on this probably Scarf U-turn, which I can take pretty well. So another turn of Tailwind is burned, which is very good for me and very bad for him. I don't know why he didn't go into his Garchomp, but I think he just wanted to keep momentum up. So now he goes into his Garchomp, and because I cannot switch into this monster, I just sack my um, Rapira here as his Tailwind peters out. So I think I played around that pretty well because I got kind of lucky with my aggressive double into Reuniclus, which burned a turn of Tailwind already. So because now I know he is Scarfed, he's banded, I send out my Thunderous Eye and revenge kill him with the Hidden Power Eyes. This Thunderous Eye is pretty offensive this week, Thunder Wave 3 attacks, and it can do a tremendous amount to his entire team. It's life up obviously, and like it can sweep from here besides obviously his Scarfed Mienshao, which I would just T-Wave anyway. He sends out his Ferrothorn, and I think I just want to get damage off here with the Focus Blast on this thing because he cannot really touch me besides like um, Gyro Balling or Power Whipping or Leech Seeding me. But I missed my Focus Blast and he goes for the Explosion. Told me after the game that he was Assault Vested and had this just to revenge kill the Thunderous because he was so afraid of it. So that worked out very nice for him. And my Thunderous goes down, which is kind of dumb. I could have or should have switched into my Ditto, which hits the field here, just to take on whatever he wants to throw at me, because Ferrothorn cannot touch like an opposing Ferrothorn at all. He goes into his Mienshao, and because we are both scarfed, I just risk the speed tie here and go for the bounce. But he switches out into his Nidoking, which is a good play because Mienshao doesn't have coverage for his Nidoking at all. So I go for the bounce as he sends out his Nidoking, and I'm just gonna die here. Probably not the best series of plays on my side. I kind of fish for the Para here, which I don't get, and he can just avenge me with his Sludge Bomb. I don't know why I didn't take Sludge Wave, but it doesn't really matter because both attacks are easily killing here on my Ditto. Now I go into my Hydreigon, which is Choice Scarf this week, and Revenge Kill this Nidoking with the Dragon Pulse. So now I have my Hydreigon left, and he has his my Dragon and my Reuniclus, and he has his Masquerain and his Mienshao left. Now he sends out his Masquerain, which is pretty surprising because after Rocks, I definitely kill a Masquerade with the Dragon Pulse, so he just sacks it instead of going into Miensha, which he just could have just gone for the U-turn or um, for the high jump kick to like get momentum back or just kill me. So here, in fact, he reveals that he is scarfed because he outspeeds me. Goes for the jump kick, hits it, and obviously outgoes me with the reckless side jump kick here. No, I cannot take it at all, but I know he's locked in into the HJK, and my Reuniclus is at a range where it can live with an element scarf high jump kick. So if he doesn't crit me, I can just revenge kill him with the psychic, which I do. So that's gonna be a good game here versus Kyle. Definitely a solid matches. The Bandit Chomp was definitely a big threat to my team, and I had to play around it really well to like have a chance to win. Um, the sack of Masquerade at the end was kind of surprising. I think he had a very good chance to win that game if he went straight into his Miensha, because then he could have fired off high jump kicks and weaken my kill my Hydragon and weaken my Reuniclus to a point where it can be revenge killed by the Masquerade. So I didn't know why he did that, but definitely worked out for me, and I get the 1-0 win here. Very good game to Kyle. Very solid opponent. Definitely check him out. Link will be down below in the description. And yeah, next week we are facing the Delastario and Esperanza. Very, very good coach. Very creative with his sets, and one of our division opponents this season. Kyle is in an opposing conference, so um, doesn't really matter too much that he lost to us. He will be fine, I guess. And next week is gonna be more important because we're facing a division rival. We're currently 1-0 in our division, which is pretty nice. So we can afford to lose, but obviously it'd be nice to start the season 2-0. But definitely a very big threat ahead of us, and yeah, we have to see like how it works out for us. Um, yeah, team builder for next week will come on next Saturday, 26th or 27th, and then on Sunday, obviously, week 2. Definitely leave a like and a comment. Let me know what you think about the battle, what I should have done differently or what I did good, did well, and definitely check out Kyle and the PMC channel. Like we have power rankings, pick and crew, stuff like that. Very organized, very solid league here. So a lot of fun for the viewers, I think. So yeah, see you next week.